Alright, let's fly for some rings. Oh god! I can't see with the collar trap on my screen! Alright, let's spread out the GP gauge up here. And it looks like I'm going to be able to grab the 100 rings there. Awesome! Alright, time now to go into the final lap. Oh, we only got a B right trick out of that, but it's okay. A double S right trick. That's very good. Oh yeah, got an X right trick there. Alright, let's make our way to the finish line now. Alright! We're very gonna get another win right there in first place. That is how I roll. Okay. Let's get into the next race now, see what happens there. And this time we're going to head off to the Gigan Rocks. Okay. And this time I'm going to go with the reserve tank. Alright, let's do this. Alright, pretty good start.
See ya.
I got one of my tanks ready, and we also got an X-ray track. Of course, when using this extreme gear, you always want to try to find the right timing to bring these tanks out right here. Alright, let's use my tank right there. We do have another tank ready to go. That was a good gravity dive right there that we just used. Alright, let's take this shortcut right here. Alright, 20 rings there. Alright, let's use that tank here. And we do have the last one ready to go. But I do want to hold on to it right here. At least until after the point when I use a gravity dive. I'll take some extra speed. now we'll use the gravity dive right here again. Got an X-strike trick there. Gonna take that shortcut again. And let's use my last tank right here. Alright, 10 rings. I fall out. See Jed right in front of me right here. We can't let him get away with this. Alright, let's burn out that gravity dive here once again. And looks like we're gonna get another X-ray trick there. That was quite impressive. First place is all mine! We definitely ran a very good race out there on this track. I'll certainly take it. Okay, let's go into the next race now and see what happens. Alright, time to go to the Gigan device now. And, I'm gonna go with the Big Bang this time. Alright, here we go. Alright, that's a nice start. Oh man, we already get low speed right there this early in the race. That's not cool.
See ya.
Okay, 20 rings. Alright, let's bring out the gravity dive. Alright, now on to lap number 2. But yeah, extreme gears that let you punch stuff are definitely very useful for these kinds of shortcuts right here, especially on this track. Are you kidding me? We get low speed again? What's up with that? Alright, we're gonna go ahead and use another gravity dive here. Ah, I couldn't quite hit that in time. Oh well. Alright, time to see what happens on the final lap. I missed that speed boost there. Oh well. We gotta try to make a comeback here, if it's even possible. We'll see. Just hoping that we can get a nice amount of GP here, but we'll have to wait and see. Let's hope we can make a good use of this gravity dive here. Oh, so close to hitting that! Oh well. But we are still gonna get the win right there in first place. That's what I like to see. It looks like the two robot guys placed us second and third respectively. Alright. So now we have 5 more races to go in the segment. Let's see how the next one turns out. Alright, time to go to the Crimson Crater. And this time, we're going to use the Magic Broom. Alright, here we go. Oh, darn it. We unfortunately get a bad start. Oh well. At least we can get ourselves an X-Rank trick to gain a nice amount of GP here. But despite the bad start that we had right there, we still get our GP to the max right here as we head to the first turn. Alright, we got the Vision Trap. Let's fly through these rings. Alright, now here's the hidden spot to use the gravity dive out on this track. And I missed the item, gosh dang it. Alright, lap 2. Alright, now we have the parts lock. Alright, I'll take 10 rings. Oh, how did I not hit that boost panel there? Alright, anyways, let's fly through more rings. Alright, let's try to grab the 100 rings over here. Alright, we got it. So now we have the Status Trap. Oh no! God dang it, that really slowed me down a lot. Alright, let's see what happens on the final lap. And I couldn't quite get that boost panel there. That's what it is. Okay, magnetic barrier. I was trying to fly through these rings. Very good again. Very nice. Alright, let's try our best to make a comeback here and see if we can pass Jeff and Lee. We couldn't catch up to him in time. So Jeff's gonna take the win in first place while I'm gonna come in second. But that's alright. It's still a good finish though, either way. Alright, now let's see what the next race has to offer, as we have 4 more to go in this segment. And now it's time to head off to the security corridor, and I'm going to go with the Wanted skates now. Alright, let's do it. Alright, that's a much better start. And we also do get an X-ray trick. Alright, time to grind on the electrifying rails. Let's hit some fan blades here with this gravity dive. I was only able to hit one right there, but it's better than nothing.
See ya.
I was only able to pass Cream for a second right there, right before she got that spot back for me. But we do have a rain cap up here. Let's spread out another gravity dive here. Oh, that one was much better. I'll certainly take it. Alright, final lap. I've got another ring cap up. Okay, got 10 rings there. Alright, let's spread out another gravity dive here once again. Okay, what the heck was that? That was just unexpected of how I failed that trick move there. But, looks like we're gonna get 3rd place right there. That's not bad at all. And, Wave was the one that, came in 1st place there. Alright, 3 more races to go in this segment. Let's see what happens in the next one. Alright, on to Astra Babylon. And, This time, I'm gonna use the Angel Devil.
All right, bring it on.
Alright, let's do this. Got a pretty good start. Oh, I missed my chance to fly through these rings already! Come on! That was stupid. Alright, that was a very good gravity dive there. Alright, let's keep going. Alright, 30 GP. And we do have our gear change, right? I'll use it in a moment here after I go through the turn. Alright, looks like we're gonna get an Angel. Another good gravity dive here. Now let's move on to lap 2. At 30 rings. And we get 30 GP there. GP. And there's a boost panel here. That's not bad. Alright, let's head into the final lap. Alright, there we go. Now we're gonna get an opportunity to fly through some rings. Oh, sounds like somebody has a special here. Oh, it's Blaze. But thankfully we are going to avoid that right here. The Wave came in first on that one right there. And looks like we're going to get 4th place. So that wasn't too bad of a run right there that we have in that race. Alright, only 2 more races remaining here in this segment. And now we're going to head off to the 80s Boulevard. And I'm going to go with the throttle for this one. This is, of course, the Extreme Gear with random gear changes. Alright, let's see how this goes. Alright, nice start. And we're gonna get 10 rings.
See ya.
Alright, we will get an X-Rank trick. Alright, time to use that gravity dive. Alright, we do have one of our gear changes ready. Let's see what we get. A GP gauge up. Alright, that's a good one. I just missed that item, but it's alright. And I just missed that item too. God dang it. Alright, lap 2. Alright, 10 rings. And another gear change is ready. Let's see what we get this time. Back speed up. I'll take that. Ah, dang it. I lost some rings after I ran right into that bus. Alright, but anyways, let's go and bring out another gravity dive. Oh, again I missed that item right there. What the heck? There's 10 rings. Alright, let's go into the final lap. Another 10 rings there. And we do have our last gear change ready. What are we gonna get out of this? Ring cap up. So it looks like we got every single one of the possible gear changes that we could get with this. Let's use another gravity dive here. Oh, Barry put that to good use there, so I'll certainly take it. Oh, I can see I'm really far ahead on the map right here, so I'm definitely feeling very good about this. Another 10 rings here. Yeah, baby! We got the win just like that in first place. Alright. That was beautiful. Alright, anyways, it's now time to head into our final race for the segment. And it's time to finish things off at the 90s Boulevard. And we're going to finish things off by using the rainbow. So let's see what happens.
All right, bring it on.
I got an X-ray trick there. Alright, we got the grind ready. I'll use it right here after this gravity dive. Alright, on the lap 2 now. Okay, there's the magnetic barrier. That'll certainly help me out. An X-ray trick. Alright, we do have an air ride, but I'm gonna go ahead and grind on the rail first before I bring out the air ride. There we go. Alright, let's go into the final lap. But yeah, of course the rainbow does have unlimited gear changes, so you can literally use them as much time as you want right here throughout the entire race. That's why I really do like using it a lot here. It really makes it such a special extreme gear to use here. I got the bike, so let's go and bring that out. The Shadow came in first place right there. Well, let's see where we end up here as we get ready to use the gravity dive. Alright, 4th place. Alright, not a bad way to end it off right there. So we were able to pull off a pretty decent amount of wins throughout the segment, but kind of wish that some of the races that we did would have been better. But either way, it still had a lot of fun. Alright, so anyways, that is going to do it for Sonic Riders Zero Gravity for the Nintendo Wii as part of my 2025 Easter special. But we still have some more games to play, and I will see you all for the next segment right after this, so stay tuned.